What is up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. My name is Travis. This is
Cam.
This is TWA Motorsports. And today, Cam, what are we doing today?
We're getting some new tires on this white Yukon.
New tires on the white Yukon. That is right, guys. So, just like the thumbnail says, we have got something different here. And guys, look, we have never done this. So this is new territory for me. It's probably a huge mistake, but we make mistakes all the time. So what would be any different from today? The wheels and tires that we're going to be putting on are on the other side. And why is it different? Well, before we get into that, let's talk about the difference between the wheels that you see me use on the channel quite a bit and the wheels that a lot of people want to see me use, and those are billets, right? So everybody wants to see me put billet wheels like on the green truck. They want to see me put them on like the daily driver stuff. Guys, I have had billets in the past and they are a nightmare on a daily driver. Now, maybe down the road, we'll do a set of billets on the green truck or one of the vehicles that isn't used as a daily driver. But I'm telling you guys, I've had them on daily drivers. I don't like them. They are an absolute nightmare to keep up with. Keeping them polished and looking nice on a car that gets rained on, driven in everyday weather, it's just a nightmare. So maybe down the road, you're gonna see that on the green truck. I've been thinking about getting a different set for the green truck for a while now. I've actually thought about going with maybe a drag setup. I don't know, we'll just have to see on that, but that's a ways down the road. But anyway, today, a couple things, guys. We got the windows tinted. This thing's filthy, by the way. We've had nothing but rain for the last 2 or 3 days. This thing is filthy, but I did get the windows tinted. So I did this a little bit differently than what I normally do. And I did 50% on the entire windshield, and you could still see in it, but it does give a little bit less heat on the driver when you're driving. It's a little easier to see at night. Okay, so and you guys will see maybe in a video here soon, I did the windshield on my crew cab in 35%. So most of the time we do 35%, like that's really not a good example. That's 35% entire windshield. So is that, but that's covered in dust, so you really can't tell. But either way, besides that, we did 5% on the sides, and we did 5 over what the factory 20 is on the back. So it's very dark. And but that's the way I like that. I don't generally do older vehicles. I know I've had a couple people ask about that. For some reason, guys, I just don't like the old stuff with tint on it. I don't know. It just doesn't look right to me. It just looks out of place. On the newer stuff, I kind of like it. But either way, so now you can kind of get an idea what the tint looks like. Like I said, sorry it's so nasty, but here's what we've got. We got new wheels and tires. I'm going to walk over there and show you. And I kind of, like I said, I kind of wanted to go over the whole debate between billets and, you know, chrome wheels. You guys know that I'm an old man, and old men like chrome, and we're going to be replacing it with chrome. So the factory wheels on this thing are 22-inch. The tire size is a 275/50, and honestly, guys, they're not a terrible looking wheel, but I wanted something different. And we may hate this, but let's go check out what we're going to be putting on it. Here we go. Now, like I said, guys, a lot of people are going to be like, well, why would you choose chrome? Look, I like the look of chrome. Chrome's easy to clean. You guys know how I feel about black wheels. I hate them. This is a GM replica wheel. And this is actually a wheel I think they offered in their like accessory division. They did never offer it in a 24. This is actually a 24-inch wheel, guys. We have never, on the history of this channel, put a 24-inch wheel on anything. I have chickened out so many times because I was afraid of the ride quality. We are going to try it on this for the first time. Now, if we hate it, I may move them to my gray truck. I don't know. We'll just see how it pans out. But we are going from a 22-inch to a 24-inch. Guys, yes, we are going to be lowering this stuff. I've actually got a majority of the lowering stuff already in front of the 55 over there. So very soon there will be a video on a drop, and we are doing it a little bit differently than we normally do. So you'll have to stay tuned for that. But here's what I'm thinking, guys. We're going to use the stock lug nuts. We're going to reuse those. I'm kind of back and forth whether I'm going to use the GMC center caps or I'm going to use the plain ones. I think what I will do is I will pop these out as we're putting these on, and we will see. But this wheel here, like I said, it's a 24-inch. It's a 24/10. Tire size I ended up going with is a 295/35/24. Now, that is smaller than this by about ½ an inch. So we're going to get a little bit of drop out of that, but I don't want any rubbing. So I'm hoping that we will be able to fit these with the drop that I'm planning on. I'm planning on going a little lower than the last one. So we'll see. you know. But either way, let's set you guys up and see if we can get these off. I think I'll probably just do one at a time, and I'll time lapse this. And then of course, once we're done, we'll step back and take a look at it and you know, see what it looks like. Step back and take a look at it. I love it. Other than it looks kind of goofy because of the tire size, and look, we're gonna have a drop. But we need to torque these guys down. They go to 140 foot-pounds. And then guys, the next thing we need to do is we need to set our TPMS. Now I did choose to get new TPMS sensors. Like I said in past videos, anytime I change wheels and tires, I get new TPMS sensors. I've just had too many times where you think they're good, and then you get 2 months in and you have to break a tire loose to replace one because it went bad. So I'll list all the stuff I'm using. These wheels, guys, I got one of the last 2 sets in the United States. You could still get them in black, but I don't think there's any chrome left. They're discontinued now. I've wanted to use these for a long time. I've just never pulled the trigger on a 24, like I said. But another thing is these are rotational tires, which I'm not a huge fan of either, especially on 4-wheel drives. It's not like we get a ton of weather. We're actually, you know, going into summer now, so it's not that big a deal. But in the wintertime, directionals just don't do great. And the snow does, you know, even though it's lowered 4-wheel drive, it does great in the snow. But directionals kind of, you know, kind of work against you. But either way, like I said, I'll list all the stuff I'm using, the tires, the wheels, in black, I guess, or if I can find a set to link, and then the TPMS sensors down below. But we need to torque these down 140. I just did this one. I'm going to go around and do the rest of them, and then I'm going to grab my little tire tool that relearns these, and we'll go through that process real quick before we step back and take a look. Got this cheap programming tool I got off Amazon. I'll list it below too. Got him scrubbing down the old ones. I think I've got them sold. Let's get these things set. You can see I've still got my don't roll your window down deal. So we're gonna hit the starter without our foot on the brake. And we're gonna attempt to go through, oh man, are we gonna have to start it? Guess we are. All right, let's start it up and go onto the steering wheel. And we are going to get to the info screen. We're gonna scroll down till we get to TPMS. So you see the pressures? We're gonna hit this button on the center of the steering wheel, or the check mark. It's in learn mode. So now we're gonna take this out. We're gonna start here. Put it up to the sensor on the tire. There's one. Where's the other sensor at? Oh. 2. 3, hopefully 4 here. There we go. That means we're completely successfully programmed. Okay, guys. Let's step back and take a look. There's one other thing I want to show you guys that I got that I'm kind of excited about because I've never had one, but look, I like it. It's a different looking wheel that I've always wanted to try. I always thought it looked kind of neat. And like I said, it looks kind of goofy now because of the, you know, the size of the tire. You could go with a way bigger tire than this if you were going to keep it at stock height. But because we're going to be dropping it, I wanted to go with this size tire. So I don't know, we'll just have to see. I'll kind of check back in with you guys when I start the lowering video and let you know how it rides as far as going from, you know, the 275/50 22 to the 295/35 24. There will be a ride difference, I'll tell you that. You know, the less sidewall you have, the less the ride is. But let me go grab this other thing because I'm going to check all the pressures. It's a new gauge slash fill tube that I got. My old one went bad for filling tires. So let me go grab it real quick and I want to show you guys that because, man, it works really well. This is what I was talking about. So it hooks on to your compressor and I think it's like 30 bucks. But it's a way to fill and have pressure at the same time. So kind of how it works is, let's get this cap off here. I always like to check my pressures, but it has a release. So you push this down, put it on the actual stem and then let off. And it stays and you don't have to sit there and hold it. And then we are going to check pressure. All right, so you can see we've got, what's that, 30, we'll go up to 38. Let's say we needed to let air out though. This guy right here lets air out. So I like this, especially for like my bags, guys, the helper bags on my trucks. You're constantly having to, you know, air it up, remove it, put a gauge on it. This does everything at once. And they make it that goes, I only got the 100. They make one that's digital that goes up to 200 for like $5 more, but I don't have anything that I would ever take 200 PSI. So I opted to go with this one. But just wanted to show you guys that tool. It's kind of a unique little deal that you may not have. I think it comes in really handy for a lot of reasons, like lawnmower tires and stuff, where you're trying to, you know, like hold it on there and air it up, or yeah, it's just, I don't know, it just makes life a little easier on you. Got our future YouTuber right here. He is filming his own YouTube video as we speak on his little camera. But guys, we've got it all finished up. I know this was a relatively short video, but I wanted to show you guys this before I had them. I couldn't wait to put them on. I wanted to see what they look like, and now that I see them on there, yeah, they look kind of goofy because of the heights, but we're gonna fix that. We're gonna fix it. You guys know that. But ultimately, I think I like this style of wheel. I think it looks really cool. It's just it's a different design that you don't see all the time. Like I said, you see them a lot in black, and I think it was a GM accessory wheel. I think GM offered it in black, and I think they offered it up to a 22, but ultimately I think that I think it's gonna look pretty cool once it's lowered. Let me know what you guys think. So I wanted to show you the tint, wanted to show you the new wheels and tires. We got the old ones lined up here. Like I said, he was been cleaning on them. I think I have these sold. I have no desire to keep them. It sucks too because they have like almost brand new Bridgestones on them. And guys, there's not a lot of manufacturers that make that tire size, that 295/35. There's some cheapies out there. I went with Nexen. That's really, besides that and Toyo, and my tire guy said that Toyo kind of sucks in this size. I don't know. I don't have any experience with that, but he deals with it daily. So I'm going to take his word for it when he says, you know, go with this because they're the better out of the bunch. That's what I went with. So either way, let me know if you guys enjoyed this video, or you think it's going to look neat once it's finished, or better at least. I don't know. But I think it looks cool for, well, it's going to look cool. I think it looks better, but it's going to look even better than that. Anyway, if you guys did enjoy this video, please, like always, smash that thumbs up button. Guys, if you are not subscribed, go down there, hit that subscribe button. Of course, like always, ring that bell notification. That notifies you every time we drop a new video. Go check out twamotorsports.com for any hats, shirts, key tags, stickers, guys, and stay tuned to see what we work on next.